this is my agenda for this Saturday. I gotta take these stands and I want to get them off the front of the motor and move them to the side over here. So I'm gonna build mounts to hold the jack stands on the side so I can unbolt the front of this and put the other motor mount on. I gotta change the seal too, and I don't have that yet. So as of today, I'm gonna fabricate the side mounts and then move these stands back, hold the forklift up. I'll try to film all that. I'll probably only use segments of it. And then I have a bad ballast and a light over my welding bench, so I gotta fix that. And I gotta finish cleaning up, and I have 2 signs to paint. A lot of these videos, I may do like bits and pieces of jobs throughout the day, but I try to film them and make them into one video, and I don't know if I should do it that way or not. I try to just make them per subject. I don't know if I should do it as a vlog of like the whole day, and then probably really show my ADD. But I'm usually all over the place. Yesterday I was upstairs organizing bins and trying to put away parts, and that's it for now. So I want to move this stand from there to here. So I'm going to get a piece of angle iron and I'm going to weld gussets and make it so I can move these stands over here. And then that way I can work on the front of the motor. So I'm just making a template to see if this template matches that side of the motor, because this side has these oil outlets for the oil cooler. And I don't know if these holes, they look somewhat the same, but I don't think they're the same. So I may have to make a template for this side and then that side. And I really don't want to use these bolt holes, but that's all I got. I want the weight distributed pretty even. And it feels like it's almost exactly the same. I'm going to use this one to make the template for that side. And then when I make that first mount, I'm going to see if it bolts on this side too. So I'll measure these holes just to verify it's the same as the template. Packed with rubber. Alright, so I'm going to go double check this with both sides, and then I'll use that as my template. So it's pretty close. So on this one here, this is the only one I messed up on because the bolt holes are close to the side, so I don't want the head to interfere with that. So I'm going to grind this corner off and weld the back, and then weld along this V, because I don't want it to. So this one's going to be the driver's side of the motor, because the rib on the block is thinner than this side. So I just wanted to make sure it fit. So as usual, I took a break and got something to drink, because I like to drag my feet. So I'm gonna get the plasma cutter out again, and want to cut these corners off round so these points aren't sticking out. And hopefully today I can get these on. no flex. So now I can take this off. And that. Alright, I'm trying to get this front seal out. Of course, I'm butchering it up as usual. As you can see where exactly I'm drilling and trying to use a slide puller with a screw on it. And it took me a while to find the right screw that would really grip. It looked like it started moving on this side. I gotta drill a couple more holes and try to work around the side here. There we go. That was nice. You get the budge decent on one side, and the other side came right out. So make sure I didn't damage anything. I vacuumed this off and clean it. Make sure there's no grooves in this cone thing here. So make sure it's nice and clean. So I got to get this in before I can put the piece that I just painted on. Put the new seal in. And then once that's in, this piece can go on. This is what holds the motor mount on the front of the motor for the bus. So this thing has like a little rubber grommet that goes around it, and then there's a clamp that goes on the front of this. And then once this is on, there's a bar for the cradle that goes on here. So that clamps on here, like this. See the dust on it. And mounts to the beam that goes across the back of the bus. So we get those bolts. So we got 2 half-inch bolts and 4 3/8. So I got these bolts here, and I'm pretty sure these are the ones that came out of the old motor. So I'm just going to put a dab of grease on them. Put them in. You know, I set these groups of bolts aside just for the fact that I didn't want to mix them up with other bolts. It almost like stops you dead in your tracks when you're doing projects like this. You don't know what came out of where and what did what, blah blah blah. Thank God I kept these together. A lot of them are tagged and put in bags, but these weren't. So I got this new fancy torque wrench. We'll see how it works. This deducts for angles and extensions and all that stuff. So I got this set at 30. I'm just afraid to move it. And on the wrong setting, so. So that's 30. That's 30. So those are at 50. So this thing here goes on here, like so. Then the motor mount clamps on. I got a main cap that needs to be torqued down, and the guide bolts, the ones that hold the brackets around the main cap. So
So I looked up another section in the Detroit book, and it said front crankcase cover, which is this is close. It was saying 90 pounds, so I'm gonna torque those to 90 or 80 to 90. So I'll do 85 pounds. So let's do. Okay, that's fine. I don't want to push it on that one. It might be stripped or something. Okay. So now we gotta get a socket for the main cap, and we'll change camera location and do that down there, which might be this button that's here. What is this? 33. The hell was I using that for? We'll try that one. It definitely wasn't that. What I was using. Might have been a side plug or something. Let's do this main cap. Okay. So they're good. That's good. So what I gotta do is put a wooden block across the block to get the bell housing off. So that's what I gotta do next. I don't know how I'm gonna do this. I gotta lift the back of the motor up. I may have to put the engine connection, the lifting points on, and then block it up and take them off.
This is a real-time update. I don't do this too often because I'm way behind on video editing. I wanted to explain what took so long, and I got a new computer and I'm learning some new programs, and I'm hoping the new computer speeds up the editing process so I can be a little quicker. So if you made it this far in the video, thank you, and please hit like, and there'll be more videos to come. I'm trying to build this channel so that I can move on from the bus running to some bus fabrication of furniture and upholstery, electric wipers, and heating upgrades. There's a lot of wiring. I wish I filmed all the wiring that I repaired to this point. And just talking to Neil Fluid from Phoenix Coach, he's helped me a lot, and I want to thank him for hooking me up. He's cool. They have a lot of stuff on their page, and they're kind of rebuilding the Silver Eagle legacy. So from here on out, you know, hopefully with him I can get information that I'm missing. But it's just a slow process, and I don't want to make any huge mistakes where I waste a motor. Because in the next video you'll see what this ring is, and then I'm going to make sure I explain where it goes. If you're a Detroit guy and you know, then you know I forgot that.